All right, guys, welcome to another week in gaming. I'm Adam Blue. We just had the Screw Attack Gaming Convention just this last weekend. Talking to developers a whole lot. My voice is kind of out, so hopefully you guys can understand me. But we got a lot of great content, so if you want to head on over to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/BlueGamer. We got a ton of cool developer interviews. We're going to have some more content as the time goes. And I want to thank Ben Wilbur, a new writer, Benjamin Wilbur, on BlueGamer.net during my busy time doing all this Screw Attack stuff. He's been turning out some awesome content on BlueGamer.net, so make sure to check that out. What I want to start with is Microsoft. You know, they were kind of almost back into the positive, you know, with backtracking on their DRM, but they've announced that the Xbox One will not include a headset, which is kind of strange. They can usually make those things pretty cheap, but the PS4 is including a cheap one. What makes this a little difficult is that the Xbox One is not compatible with 360 headsets. They don't use, you know, a normal headphone adapter. It's now a proprietary adapter. So Microsoft has said, you know, it comes with a Kinect. The Kinect is a microphone. You know what? Maybe that is okay then. The Kinect has a mic, so as you're playing online, you can talk. But let's say you're playing an online game where there's some pretty crazy trash talking. You know how that is. Sometimes you want to keep that down, so you'd rather have the headset so the voice goes through the headset. And that's my first thought. Well, they did say that they didn't say if they're selling it, if it's coming with the 360 or the new Xbox One or not, but an adapter that allows you to use 360 headsets on the Xbox One. They've also, the rumor is they've removed requirements for developers to have to pay for patches on Xbox 360 and Xbox Live Arcade games. Normally, a developer would release a game on the Xbox Marketplace, and anytime they'd have to add additional patches, they'd have to pay, and it'd be tens of thousands of dollars. Now, this is Microsoft kind of stopping developers from releasing buggy games and then just patching all the time, which makes sense. So Microsoft apparently, and it was at the beginning of this year, they removed that, and I hadn't heard anything. This is just a rumor that popped up, and Phil Fish, famous for Fez and his anger toward Microsoft before, went on Twitter again to go off on Microsoft about that, how, you know, he wished he had that then, and they're hard to work with, blah, blah, blah. But I just think it's interesting that Microsoft is doing that now at the end of this console life cycle, unless this is just kind of showing how they will be in the future with the next Xbox. Now, they are saying that if a developer does release a game, and then they're like constantly patching it all the time, eventually they're going to be like, okay, now you have to start paying. You need to release your product in good form at first, and that makes sense. But I can understand you never know a patch needing to be there. You know, it makes me think back to the previous console days where games came out all the time and there was never a need for a patch. Nowadays there are patches, even on Nintendo non-online platformers. There are patches. I just want to say it has to do with the complexity of making games. Maybe even with more technology that we have to make games, it is more complex. The rumor is that they are going to announce self-publishing for the Xbox One. Now, I asked a bunch of developers at the Screw Attack Gaming Convention about that, about publishing on Xbox One. They're like, well, we need a publisher. You know, we can't self-publish. But the rumor is they are going to allow that, which would make sense considering backtracking on DRM, being region-free. So the idea that they will allow self-publishing would be great for everybody anyway. So we'll see if there's any truth in that. Okay, going to the comments. Last week, tons of cool comments on the video. Thanks, everybody. First one, JoeMan66. He says, am I on board with Xbox 360 after they backtracked on their DRM policy? No. Basically, Microsoft just showed that what they think about the customers by restricting used games and keeping the 24-hour checkups that no one wanted. Xbox didn't want to backtrack until it actually started hurting them. It's a very good point. I mean, what was their original intention? None of this was good for the consumer. It's almost like they were trying to force maybe a future that would work out for us, where it's all digital. Things would have worked out for the better, but just right now, the consumers didn't want that. And then from Walker Dev, I don't trust Microsoft enough to buy into the Xbox One yet, especially at that price point. And again, there's this trust thing, and I think that almost makes sense. As soon as they backtracked on the DRM, I was willing to buy an Xbox One. I pre-ordered it. But you think of this trust. Is there really a trust issue here, or is it more of Xbox is just trying to enforce a policy that's going to best represent the future of gaming and digital delivery? But again, it's very anti-consumer what they were doing. Another one, I enjoy this name, Octopus Eater 1. There should be more talk about the Kinect being on and spying than DRM. That's a good point. So, yeah, there's no DRM, but what does this Kinect to do? Maybe Microsoft was willing to backtrack on DRM because the Kinect will kind of do more they need to. So with the Kinect, it can spy, can look around, it could, they're working with people, it can detect brands in your home, what you're using, and then give that information to ad agencies, I don't know, other companies, so they can use that. This person uses this product. We can, I don't know. Who knows what the spying is going to entail? It might not be anything, but it's still something to think about. It's good that he brought it up. And then last from Mega Batman 487, he just says, "I think I'm still going to get a PS4." I just wanted to bring that up because his name is Mega Batman, and that sounds pretty awesome. Mega Batman. That's all. Mega Batman. That's awesome. Now, the comments were great last week. Thanks, guys. So for this next week, I'm curious what you guys are excited about in the future for current gen platforms. Now, this current gen is not over. And even with the new consoles coming out, there's still going to be games on these current gen platforms. Anything you're looking forward to? I mean, I can think of some digital titles like DuckTales Remastered, Castle of Illusion. That could always see ports, but is there anything else that you guys are looking forward to on these current gen platforms? And the winner for State of Decay on Xbox is going to go to Miguel Abreu. He says, "Actually, I'm quite unsure which one I'll be picking up, but I'll probably just wait a couple of years and only then make the jump. The 180 from Microsoft just made it more difficult to me. Everyone I know has a PS3, so I feel like having one would be great for multiplayer, and because it's more powerful. However, I've always loved Xbox, but this time Microsoft has made it hard for me to trust their platform. As of now, they clearly have no idea what they want from one. A console, a set-top box, Pro Connect. Those are all good points. Again, this trust, I see, even though they backtrack on DRM, the consumer is actually thinking smart and thinking about trust. Can they trust Microsoft? So, well, that's it for this week, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, watch other videos, and go on to BlueGamer.net to catch some of Benjamin Wilbur's new content up there. See you later.